On the evening of February 28th, 2025, as the lights of St. Peter's Square began to glow, the world turned its eyes to the Vatican with a mix of worry and hope. Pope Francis, the spiritual leader of over 1.4 billion Catholics, is facing a new health challenge at Gemelli Hospital in Rome. I just got the latest update from the Vatican press office, and what unfolded today really hit me hard. It's a story of struggle, resilience, and faith. Let's walk through it together. This morning, I picture Pope Francis in a modest room on the hospital's 10th floor, a simple space with a quiet warmth. He spent his time alternating between respiratory therapy sessions and moments of prayer in his private chapel. To me, it's a beautiful image of someone refusing to give up, even as his body weakens. He still received the Eucharist, a sacred ritual he's never skipped, no matter how tough things get. I think that despite his fragile health, Pope Francis's spirit burns bright, always reaching toward God and his flock. But then this afternoon, everything shifted. I read in the update that the Pope suddenly suffered a bronchial spasm, a dangerous condition that anyone who's seen it knows is terrifying. He started vomiting, and worse, some of that fluid got into his airways, causing his breathing to take a sharp turn for the worse. I can imagine the doctors rushing in, the beep of machines cutting through the silence, and Pope Francis, despite the pain, holding on to that calm strength he's known for. It was a tense moment where his life seemed to hang in a fragile balance. Thankfully, the medical team jumped into action fast. They immediately suctioned his bronchial passages to clear the airways, a procedure that sounds basic but takes real precision. Then they hooked him up to non-invasive ventilation. I think of it as a machine that helps him breathe easier without cutting into him. The results were a relief. His blood oxygen levels bounced back to where they were before the spasm hit. I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. Right now, he's pulled through the worst of it. But there's more to the story. The Vatican statement made it clear. Pope Francis is still fully alert and aware of everything going on. I find that incredible. An 88-year-old man fighting illness, yet keeping his mind sharp and working with the doctors. The treatments, from therapy to breathing support, are doing their job, but the outlook remains cautious. I get it. With something like a bronchial spasm, they need 24 to 48 hours to see if he's truly in the clear. He's still under close watch, every breath, every tiny change tracked carefully. Looking back, I realize this isn't the first time Pope Francis has faced breathing trouble. He had part of a lung removed as a young man due to an infection, and now at his age, double pneumonia is pushing his body to the limit. Just days ago, last Saturday, he weathered another breathing crisis that needed high-flow oxygen. Yet through it all, I see him pushing on, sitting up, working, even sending blessings to new deacons in the Vatican. To me, it's proof of an iron will. Not just a pope, but a man who keeps fighting. As Pope Francis rests in that hospital bed, I feel this incredible wave of prayer rising up worldwide. It's honestly moving. Tonight at St. Peter's Square, hundreds gathered in Rome's chill, holding candles and praying the rosary, their voices blending into a quiet chorus across the cobblestones. I picture it like a song carried to him through the night. In his native Argentina, small churches in Buenos Aires stayed lit past midnight, priests leading special masses. I heard folks there call him our country's son, believing his toughness is their pride. But it's not just Rome or Argentina. This wave stretches further. In the Philippines, a deeply Catholic nation, I see parishes from Manila to remote villages holding nonstop masses. Kids clutch pictures of Pope Francis singing hymns, while adults kneel before altars, asking for his recovery. In Brazil, I imagine communities in São Paulo lighting thousands of candles, turning the night into a sea of flickering hope. Over in the U.S., churches in New York and Chicago join in, prayers in English, Spanish, even Vietnamese from immigrant groups. I've heard that in Africa, places like Nigeria and Kenya, believers hold outdoor vigils, rain or not, because they see Pope Francis as the voice of the poor, a cause he's always championed. These prayers aren't just words. To me, they're a symbol of faith that crosses borders, languages, and time zones. I think that even if he can't hear them directly, Pope Francis feels this outpouring of love in his quiet moments at Gemelli. At 88, surrounded by tubes and machines, he's not alone. Millions stand with him in spirit. I wonder, could this collective prayer give him the strength to pull through? To me, it's not just about medicine. It's about a miracle of belief that only time will reveal. From the slums of Manila to the cathedrals of Europe, people are lifting him up, whispering his name in every tongue, holding on to hope that he'll rise again. So there you have it. As of this evening, February 28th, Pope Francis has battled through a stormy day with stunning alertness and grit. He's weathered the crisis, but the road ahead is still uncertain. To me, this isn't just about one man's health. It's about a living icon of hope held up by millions of prayers from every corner of the earth. Will he return to lead the church from the Vatican soon? I'm rooting for it. What do you think about his journey, and what might these prayers bring? Share your thoughts below. Somewhere out there, the light of faith keeps burning for him,